Hey guys, and welcome to this Polymer clay tutorial. Today we are going to create Tarzan from the upcoming movie The Legend of Tarzan. And this tutorial will also be a collaboration with Nova Thorn.
ClayClaim.
For this tutorial I bought a lot of pink clay. And some brown and black, and you need a tiny piece of green and ochre. Well, it's orange ochre. We start mixing the colors to get that nice brown skin of Tarzan. And of course, as always, we start creating the head. You saw that I attached the nose and also the mouth part. So this is extra clay, because it is more easy instead of creating right out of one piece. Okay, just some details. And well, heads are always that difficult. The actor of the Tarzan movie, I think it is Alexander Skarsgård or something like that. Well, I haven't heard about that actor. Maybe you know him from other movies. For the lips we need a bit more red tone. I used some ochre and mixed it with the skin color, and you get that big, nice, jungle fevered lips. Make some space for the eyeballs, and for this we take some white clay and just put them inside. For the iris, it was difficult to see which is the right color for the iris, so I decided to take that. It's a mixture of blue and green, but it works fine, I think. And of course, some black. I haven't seen the movie yet. Well, it comes out in a week, I think, on July the 1st. But this plot sounds different than all the other Tarzan movies which were before. This movie doesn't start right in the jungle, like all the other movies. Tarzan lives in the United Kingdom and he has a great life with his wife Jane Porter at his side, and well, suddenly he has been invited back to the Congo to serve as a trade emissary of the House of Commons. And well, he doesn't know what he has to expect, so he flies back to the Congo and all the mess starts. As it turns out, he is some kind of a puppet. But well, I have seen a few trailers and they don't tell that much of story. But enough of the plot, let's focus on creating this clay figure. You saw that I used aluminum wire for the skeleton, and as this figure will be very big, I think it's the biggest polymer clay figure I ever did. You need a strong skeleton. So just take aluminum wire and put clay right around, wrap it around and start creating the torso. Just doing some detail work on the manly breasts of Tarzan. Man, he really did a lot of work out there in the jungle. He did some push-ups with his apes, I guess. Okay, place the head right onto the torso, and well, I cut away the parts where the arms will be, cause then I can take some extra aluminum wire and just place it right in position. So this will be the arms. I hope it doesn't annoy you. Well, I have a cold and my voice sounds a bit ill, I guess. Well, but I'm getting better. So yeah, I can focus on creating more clay figures. There's an interesting fact behind this Tarzan movie, well, behind all Tarzan movies, as they are really people who were raised right in the wilderness, raised by wild animals. They are called wolf children, and that happened a lot the last centuries. The first wolf children were found in the 14th or 15th century, and they were raised by wolves, by bears, by apes, and well, when they first come to civilization, of course they can't speak, they can't behave. It happened only a few years ago. There was a wolf child found in Russia, Natasha Michalova, something like that, and she was a girl, 5 years old, and she behaved like a dog. So maybe she lived out in the wilderness with some dogs and was fed by them, was educated by them. It's pretty interesting, I think. Yeah. In the 1990s, there was a very similar case in the United States, in Austin. There was a girl, 9 years old, and she acted like rats. I read about that. It's true. Victoria was her name, and she never learned to speak the common language, but she learned sign language. Yeah. Okay, back to creating our Tarzan, our very own wolf child. You know the technique I'm using for creating hands. It's the most easy way, I think. I'm planning to do a tutorial on all the hand techniques I ever used, and maybe a foot tutorial, head tutorial. Maybe you have some other interesting ideas I could make in a tutorial. Yeah, well, the body is almost finished. We will do some further detail work on the feet, but that's pretty easy, I think. Well, it's difficult that the figure, you see that, it's falling down very slowly. It's very important that you fix it before putting into the oven. I always use a plate. But before doing that, we will do some further detail works. There's a button for the trousers, and of course the wet, oily hair of Tarzan, which always looks like if they weren't washed in weeks. This is another great opportunity to be very detailed, and it's not that difficult, as you have to make a lot of tiny worms and let them fall down his head, and it gets its pretty own structure, and I like how that looks. It's always the same. When I'm almost finished, I'm noticing some parts I want to make again, adding some more details. And of course I forgot the eyebrows. So be sure to make eyebrows. Don't mix the clay too dark. This happens too easily. Just take some skin color and put in some brown. The wound on Tarzan's shoulder, I think it isn't shown in the trailer where these wounds come from. Just add some blood and we are ready to go into the oven. Here we go. freshly, manly baked Tarzan. You may have noticed it, the skin got a bit darker in the oven. I think it's a well-known problem for this kind of polymer clay. Well, I should have known that, and maybe you can, when mixing the colors, just make it a bit brighter. Well, now I'm adding some transparent polish. It should look like as if Tarzan is standing right outside in the rain and that he got a bit wet. And of course, this also makes the hair look like more oily and wet. Wow. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Let me know what you think of my creation of Tarzan. I mentioned it earlier, this tutorial is a collaboration with Nova Thorn, and she did such a great job on Baby Tarzan. So please also check out her video. Just click here and visit her channel. Maybe you want to create a baby Tarzan and leave him in the forest, and finally you get this Tarzan. Okay, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Like the video, share the video, and see you next time. Bye.